Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we're going to be looking at the Bitcoin chart. Now, we said last week, I made a video last week saying that Bitcoin was probably going to fall below the 39,000, which was a support line, a major support line for me that I seen on the daily chart. And if it fell below that, it looks as if we're going to go down to 35,000, and that's exactly where we are just now. So it's gone down as low as 36,372, not quite touched the 35,000. So if we look at this kind of close up, we can see this is where the 35,000 area is. It's bounced off at 3 times, gone up. So that is support there, and we've got support in the past for the 35,000 range as well here. And over here as well, that was previously support. So 35,000 is a good support area for Bitcoin. So it could bounce from there and go back up. So we've got the traffic light charts here. We've got the red line as the 35,000. We've got the amber line as 39,000 now because it's broken down through that. So that now becomes resistance. And we've got the local high of 45,000, which seems a long way off just now. However, this is not a bad thing. A lot of people are panicking, go, oh, that's it, it's crypto winter, we're going to be in crypto winter for the next 2 years. Bullshit, we're not going to be in crypto winter for 2 years. There's too much going on behind the scenes with regards to kind of Bitcoin and major institutions getting into Bitcoin, looking at the ETFs, looking at loads of different things. We're not in crypto winter, and we're not going to stay in this trend for too long, I wouldn't imagine. So what I think is going to happen short term is we could come down to 35,000 area, but I have to say, and I've been saying this for a while now, we could go down to 29,000. I said it here that the next support area is going to be the 29,000, and I expect to go back down here to the 29,000 area. But as I said, I don't think this is a bad thing. I think what we're doing here is clearing the decks. We just clear out all the bullshit, clear out all the debris of the kind of the memories of all of this as well, just clear out everything from our minds, because a lot of people were thinking, oh, we're going to go down 29,000, 14,000 or whatever, and it will clear all that out our system if we go down to 29,000. So the bounce here from kind of 35,000 and in a way the 45,000 area back here when it was in December, I wasn't too confident with when it kept on bouncing off this 45,000 area line and going back up and then coming back down. You can see here, these are little channels. These here are channels. Just now we were in another channel here as well. So it's a step down channel we've got. And I didn't see that going back up. And we've not really gone back up. So us going down to 29,000 is actually a good thing. It clears the decks, clears out all the debris that we've got in our minds, and then it makes room for this kind of Bitcoin moving back up to 100,000 or moving up to $100,000, which it is gonna. It's just when it's going to happen. It's not if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen, just the same as usual. We had all this kind of bullshit that Bitcoin was going to zero and Bitcoin was going to back down to nothing. We're going to be in crypto winter. We had all that before when we came down to the kind of 30,000 in July and then went back up to 69,000 high. So this is where I see, you see this line here, you can see this as a major, I'll just get rid of this. You can see this is a major support line, this 29,000 area, and this is where I'm expecting it to fall and bounce from. If we go down to 29,000, that is brilliant. For me, at least, I think that's going to be fantastic, and we're going to see a big upward swing from there, and we're not going to look back. We could come down. We've got this long-term support line. We'll just kind of zoom out. And these are all the kind of years. The purple lines are the year-end lines. So we can see this is a long-term trend. Long-term trend, we're still in bullish. We're still extremely bullish for the long-term trend. So anybody saying this is a bear market, it's a short-term bear cycle we're in. It's not a bear market, it's a short-term bear cycle. So this long-term trend is still up, and even if we come all the way down, we could fall down to 26,000 and still be on this support line here. This one here where we broke it, that was obviously COVID and Black Swan event, and we could get a Black Swan event again, Russia invading Ukraine. If that happens, I think the stock markets will go down. But historically, if we look at kind of wars that have happened in the past, The lead up to the war has always been a drop in the stock market, a sharp drop in the stock market as everybody's uncertain about what's happening. But if we're during the war kind of time itself, that's when the stock markets tend to go back up. If we look at it historically, which is a strange thing to say, but historically it is correct. We do go up in times of crisis, in times of war, but on the lead up to the crisis, which is everybody is kind of anticipating something happening, on the lead up to it, the stock markets come down. However, the beauty of this is that if we don't go to war, if Russia doesn't kind of invade Ukraine, then the stock markets will go back up because they're going, oh, they can breathe a sigh of relief, and they'll go back up, but they will come back down because of inflation, because of home economic situation, not economics abroad or kind of war abroad or anything else. We've got to look at those two factors. We've got to look at what's happening at home in America, what's happening there, big economic downturn coming, inflation all-time high, same in the UK, same in Europe, same everywhere in the world. So this war is kind of taking the attention of that. So short term, if Russia's saying, no, we're not going to war, we're going to pull back for definite, and there's definite proof of that, then the stock markets will go up, Bitcoin will go up temporarily, and then the reality will hit that we're in a shitty situation economically, and dollar's going to kind of fall as well, dollar's going to go down. So that's all going to happen. So short term, I think it'll go back up if Russia pull out, and then it'll come back down again. But then other measures will be put in place. We've got the kind of elections coming up as well, and everybody will be saying, okay, this is what we're going to do to get the economy kick-started again, and there'll be measures in place to put more money into the economy, and everything's going to go back up again. That's my thinking, and I think they'll just keep on doing that. If that means printing more money, I think they'll do it. I don't agree with it, but I think they'll do it, and this is why I'm still in crypto, because they're printing all this money. But that's the kind of macroeconomics of it as well. But for the short term for Bitcoin, I think we're going to go down to 35,000, and I'm hoping to clear the decks. We're going to come down to this $29,000 area, and then that just clears everything out of the way, just to go shooting back up from kind of June onwards, or whenever it's going to be. I've not got a timeline for it, but that's what I think personally. Do your own research and all that. Don't take this as advice. And that's it for now. Until next time, namaste, take care, bye now.